So I've been getting my boat in order. It's kind of funny if you go and you look through my videos, you go up to the top videos there on it. On YouTube, some of my biggest videos are fishing videos. It's kind of interesting. And and I've had people, craving them, wanting them. And I didn't, last year I didn't do any fishing or anything, but this year's gonna be a little bit different. And I've got the boat all situated up and ready to rock and roll. I bought this boat new in October of 2015, end of October. I went ahead and put new tires on it, checked the bearings, got them fixed up and everything, got all that done. Everything on the boat still works too. I would have figured it, I would have had some issues by now, but everything still works. Both my power pole micros on the back still works. All the remotes for them still work. So like I said, tires, I have one light on the back. I replaced it. It was burned out. The bulb was burned out. I did tell you, I've been meaning to do this since I've had this thing, and I just hadn't done it. I put some grip tape up here on the tongue so that as I'm putting in and out, depending on the ramp, if I have to stand up on the tongue there, it won't be as likely to slip off. But bilge pump, everything, aerator, live well, all of it still works. I pulled everything out of it. I did put 2 new batteries in it. I did that. The last batteries I put in it were in 19. These were fixing to be 3 years old. So I don't like to mess around on batteries, and I don't like to try to push them. So I went ahead and pulled them out. There they are. There's the 2 old ones. I'll use them for deer cameras. Put on them. They'll be fine for that for a long time. But I'm gonna tell you, that's one of my biggest complaints about this boat right here is the batteries in it. You've only got this slot to pull these batteries in and out. And I've actually done a video on changing them, and dude, let me tell you, it is a job to change these batteries. There's the other ones back up under there, but it originally came with a 23 for a cranking battery and then a 27 for the trolling battery. And I changed the cranking battery. It's got 2 27s in it. And I've had that in there since the first time I ever changed them. But it's a jam up boat, man. It's got a 40 horsepower Mercury 4-stroke. There's the cover for it right there. I got oil change kit for it. That's what I'm about to do, is pull it out, put the muss on it, crank it, and get it warmed up. We'll change the engine oil in it, get it drained out. I'm also going to change the lower unit oil. I do have a new water pump impeller over there. I've never changed it, but probably going to go ahead and change it because this boat's over 5 years old now, and do that. But I'm getting ready, still early January. Like right now out there, it's 23 degrees. I'll start hitting the water. I did get a new fuel hose and primer. They sell those. There's a kit. I figured it needed a 3/8, and that's what I got, but it's actually got a 5/16, so I gotta take that one back to Bass Pro and swap it for a 5/16, which this one is okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and change that too, because there's several places on our river that are pretty remote. There's no cell phone service whatsoever. But as far as just a jam up smaller boat that does a fantastic job, these are hard to beat. It's rated for 4 people. 2 people are okay in it. 3 people, you start getting pretty crowded in it with 3 people in it. I've been pretty happy with it though. It's done a fantastic job. I'm working on this now because the hunting has been so terrible, to say the least. I've killed 3 deer, but something is a little bit different this year. I'm not sure what has went on, and it's not just me. It's kind of been across the board. I talked to a lot of people, and just not getting the deer, seeing the deer and seeing them on camera and all that stuff like that. I'm not sure. It's been a different year, so I decided I'd go ahead and focus on this and get this thing ready, kind of get in front of the 8-ball, so to speak, and get it rolling, get that situated and fixed up. That way when the time comes, I'll be ready to hop on the water and get going. As you can see, there's a GoPro mount right there, and there's one on top of the motor, but then I've got other things that I'll use too with camera mounts and what have you. About to roll this thing outside here in just a second, and I gotta tidy up some. Like I said, I'll get it warmed up and with oil to drain out of it better. I did put new stickers on it too, on my registration sticker on the front of the boat, and then my tag sticker, I had to put it on there too. Got that done. Oh, and let me see here. So there's some of my jugs right there. I got to re-put new line on all of them. So I'll start off crappie fishing, and I'll continue crappie fishing, but then once it starts getting where it's time for the catfish, then I'll start putting the jugs out and running in. So that is man, that's a blast, fooling with the jugs and chasing them around and catching the fish, because we love to eat them. And I'll be pulling this thing a bit. Oh, I replaced both of these, this one here, and then I went with a little bit longer one. I went with the 18-inch one over on the other side, and I left my other little cleat right there too. So did that, but I got to put everything back in it, my life jackets and all that stuff. So a couple other things too before I get started on this. You notice I don't have a live scope on this boat yet. I got this one before they came out. I do have a Garmin, the 93 SV, right there on the console, and then I've got a Helix 9 up here on the front of the boat. I'm fixing to pull the trigger and get me a live scope system, and I'm gonna make it where I can. I'm gonna fix it where it's portable, where I can move it around and everything. But there's if you're into the live scope stuff and things like that, there's a boy on YouTube that's got a channel that's called Garmin Guru, and that's Trandy Carpenter. He used to log over there in Louisiana, and now he's doing some other stuff, but he's pretty proficient on the live scope stuff. And if you need some help on that, you can go over there, and he's got a lot of help videos on it to kind of walk you through different things and what have you, kind of help you along on that, because the live scope stuff is kind of a completely different animal. And I will say this, Garmin has got that sewn up. Lowrance don't even come close to touching what Garmin does as far as that goes. They throw down the gauntlet on that. And also too, the other thing I wanted to mention too is Hunter with the firewood. We've still got plenty of firewood. He's fixing to come over here in a little bit. He's got 3 more loads sold. And then he's got we got a big load that's gonna go down south of here, beginning of the week. We still got plenty of wood out there. If you're needing it, you can contact me through my email down below and get a hold of me that way, and I'll pass you off to Hunter, because that's kind of his deal on that stuff like that. So if you're local here in the Columbus area, Columbus, Caledonia, the edge of Alabama, like Ethelsville, something like that, we will haul it further. If it's got to be a big load though, for us to go, 50, 60 miles, something like that. It's got to be worth our while to do that. But anyhow, again, if you need some help, fishing is right around the corner, and if you need some help on that, check out Trandy on Garmin Guru there, and he'll be publishing more and more videos as time goes on. So y'all have a great day today. I'm gonna try to stay warm if I can, so we'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.